Right, so firstly, apologies for leaving you on a bit of a cliffhanger last time. Clickbait and leaving you on it's really not my style, but however, it's kind of the way things happened during the last few days or the last week. So as you'll know, we've had trouble with the fridge. I went back to the dealer. Um, they said it fixed. I went up there to collect it. It wasn't fixed. I came back again a couple of days later, on Thursday actually, when our bank holiday Monday actually. So Thursday, I rang. They rang, said it had been fixed. So I went up to pick it up, collected it Thursday around about 5 o'clock, and at 5 Friday. Well, you saw what happened. I'll just remind you here. So that was that. So I didn't realise that it wasn't obvious from that clip what had happened, and I didn't really have time. As you know, I do vlogs every Sunday, so I do them during the week. Sometimes I do them Saturday, but so it happened Thursday night, and I really wasn't in the mood to be able to do more of a vlog. It's bank holiday Monday. I haven't even been able to call the insurance yet. This is something I didn't realise. This is so learning a lot of things, and hopefully you'll learn with us. So it happened 5 Friday. Obviously I got out of the car, was really annoyed. First thing the bloke said, the person behind me pushed me into you. So straight away it kind of diffused my anger strangely. What do you do? Who do I call? Honestly, I had three choices, right? Car insurance, caravan insurance, and my separate breakdown insurance with the bank. So it's three different policies I've got running. In my mind, it wasn't actually the car insurance, because obviously it's a caravan. But then I needed to be recovered because I wasn't happy driving the caravan, towing the caravan. I had no idea, your head's all over the place. I really had no idea what damage was actually done. So I rung first of all, I rung the dealer, just to, I don't know, to say maybe can I bring it back, because there's no point in me. Anyway, they were closed. I rung the caravan insurance. They were closed. The broker, they were closed. Rung the car insurance just to try and speak to somebody about, what do I do? And they said really it's you need your recovery insurance. So that was with the bank. So I rung them. They were really good. I needed the caravan recovered. They can take me home, obviously, probably the best thing to do, take it home. And they did explain that I would probably be charged for the recovery, but I would need to forward the invoice onto my insurance company, which is good. Nice. They answered the phone straight away, dealt with it. This is Nationwide Building Society. I pay £13 a month for things like travel insurance, mobile phone insurance, recovery insurance, and so all lumped into a £13 a month payment, which I think is good value. But I'll just rewind a bit. So sorry, I hadn't actually told you what actually happened. So I was driving along from the dealers, traveling, I don't know, I think maybe 10 miles an hour. In fact, in my mind, I was stationary, but looking back at the Dashcam footage, which I'll actually play now. So looking at that, you could see that what was happening was I was driving along reasonably slowly. I had my foot on the brake. I had to brake to, obviously, because the flow of traffic was braking. Traffic lights were funnily green, and funnily enough, green. I thought they were red in my mind, but they were green. So see, this is the value of dash cams. Like, my memory, it was completely different to what actually happened, which is just absolutely weird. But then you're in it's a state of shock, to be honest. As the traffic ahead of me started pulling away, I took my foot off the brake. Now, the second I took my foot off the brake, bang, the guy hit me. He was in a Renault traffic van. The car behind him hit him, and he was into me. So it's me, Renault traffic, and another car behind him. So basically a three car pileup. So that's pretty much what happened. And it was all obviously over in a split second. And absolutely, to say I was gutted at the time was just beyond. Now, this is going to sound a bit melodramatic. Now, no, but to be honest, the last few days, I felt better yesterday and today, but first couple of days, it felt like a bereavement. Now, I've lost parents, I've lost a brother, and although obviously it's not comparable to those, I'm not saying it, suggesting it is 1 second, but you do get a similar feeling. It's like, you know, we've lost a dog as well, and it's a similar sort of feeling as well. But if you're not a dog owner and you say to somebody, "Oh, I've lost our dog," "Oh, it's just a dog," you know, it's not just a dog, is it? It's not just a caravan. It's, as you'll know, it's much more than just the sum of its parts, right? It's just part of your home. And also, you know, what time, you know, we've been sat in lockdown for months, and we were going away on the 16th of well, in 2 weeks time basically. So that's what happened. Apologies for keeping you on a bit of a cliffhanger there. I didn't realize that people wouldn't know actually what happened from that clip, and obviously wouldn't know that nobody was injured. So I apologize for that. I would have, if I'd, you know, hindsight, I would have just done a little bit more to say, look, this happened, we're all okay. In the next vlog I'll explain exactly what happened. Lesson learned. So what next? Okay, so obviously I haven't been able to ring the caravan insurance because they're closed. Not like car insurance. Car insurance is pretty much 24/7. I think you could obviously ring them. So that's something I never thought about. Another thing I never thought about, the first thing I did when I got home was just make sure we were covered when towing. I mean, you know, you're so focused. Well, I personally was so focused on it being stolen that I'd almost overlooked the fact that accidental damage. Now, several times in the policy it mentions accidental damage, so I'm quite confident we are covered. We're in a little bit of limbo at the moment because we can't officially report it, obviously, because nobody's open. I have tried to ring them, but we are trying to remain positive. Now, at the moment, we've got no idea if, you know, in fact, in a minute, I'll show you the damage close to the outside and inside. Now, we've got no idea. Now, I'm sitting here in the front of the caravan, and you wouldn't think that anything's wrong, apart from the fridge. Yep. So, the fridge. Did I tell you about the fridge? I don't know. I think maybe I told you about it in the last vlog. So, the dealer found a loose connection on the PCB. So when I got to the dealer, he had his thermometer in the fridge, big old industrial type thermometer, and minus 21, I think it was. One of the things I did do when I got back, because the electrics work in the van, I tried the fridge. The fridge does not work. So let's have a look at the damage. I'll show you the damage. Right, so here's some of the rear damage, as you can see here. Just obviously the van has kind of hit round about, I think, where the number plate, just below the number plate possibly. And here's the floor. So the wooden floor has come up a bit, and obviously electrics there. Crack there. Obviously cracked all the way along there. Little crack here, and you can see down here this is sort of come in at a bow there, so that's pretty much the outside damage. That's what they're made of, folks. polystyrene and fiberglass, and Renault traffic vans do not mix. So the weird thing is, when you come in the caravan, this part, look, this side of the door, it all looks perfectly okay. One really weird thing, when I got in the caravan just after the crash, this was up like this. Now, I don't think the accident would have made that jump up like that, and if it had, it probably would have broke. However, since then, it kind of doesn't fit very well. So yeah, here we go. So there's quite a bit of damage here. Now, the really weird thing, if you come in here straight away, that mirror was not at that angle. Obviously this is the washroom, all good from here. This the first thing I noticed was the carpets don't fit. Well, I don't know what's going on here. The carpets don't fit, and they don't fit because this centre wall here has actually been pushed forward. I don't know if you'll be able to see the angle. You probably won't be able to see, but you can probably see a gap there between the bed and the wall. I'm pretty sure that that gap wasn't there. It was, anyway, that's that. So looking around, so this is kind of, you know, you can see here, this is obviously the force of that has pushed it forward, so these doors won't shut at the moment. You can see the angle over there of the plug socket, that ain't straight. You can see obviously damage there, in there. If I go to the other side, so when I've got in the Caravan, this door was just on the floor. Obviously it's been ripped off with the force of pushing everything forward. So you see the cupboard here all smashed up, that it's all come off the hinges. This cupboard here, all the fluid is still in the outer heating, which I think is good, but I don't know if you see there, you can see the outside world, which you shouldn't be able to see. Little kind of crease there in the ceiling. You know, it's just cracked with the force of you know, all this is obviously, yeah, this is all cheap stuff, right? It's just plywood. It's not even MDF. It's just what you see. It's plywood. So I mean, the cost of that is relatively low, I guess. Honestly, when you look at it like this, these Caravans are just absolutely just plywood, aren't they? As we all know. Behind there looks okay at the top. Again, cosmetically, you don't have no idea what's going on behind the scenes there. What I'll do now, I'll actually lift the mattress off the bed, because there's some stuff under there that I'll show you. Right, so as I was saying earlier, I've just lifted the mattress off. As I was saying earlier, this isn't right. I mean, that should be attached to there. So that's gone forward a good few inches. And I can only imagine it's the bed that's pushed it forward. So this, you know, here's the frame of the bed, there's a spare wheel. Obviously there's bits and pieces all over the place. This is all broken. I think that's a leg of the support leg of the bed there. You can see the outside world through there. Busted up there, busted up plywood. Again, it's all just busted up stuff. So it's very hard to tell looking at this. It maybe you'd think it's not particularly bad, and there's a back panel, sort out the side panel, and get all this kind of all this furniture replaced, and it's all just wood. I just don't know. But I mean, it could have been a lot worse, obviously, but it also could have been a flipping lot better. So all the bed is twisted. Even in this state, I'm pretty sure this bed would be more comfortable than it was in the Bailey. That's all come loose. So there we go. I'm going to review that footage. Now, I think maybe you look at that and think, actually, it doesn't look that bad. But you just don't know. I mean, you know, I mentioned about the cooker hood. I mean, was that because it was left up, or is that because things have been pushed forward? That, you know, I don't know. It's going to be out of my hands soon. One thing I will say, though, after the initial shock and a couple of days of what I suggested was mourning, we're being a bit more positive about it now. We got, you know, whatever happens, whether they write this off and we get a new van or they repair it, you know, you kind of have to put your trust at some point in wherever it's fixed. I mean, it'll be an official Swift dealer. Hopefully it'll be the supplying dealer, but things all have to be fixed in a proper way to keep the warranty valid. Things like the aircon being done, like the dealer can take that window out, put the aircon in, and it won't affect the Swift warranty, like the anti-water ingress part of the warranty, because the dealer had done it. Now, if I'd done it and water started pouring in there, then straight away the warranty is void. It would be the same if I repaired the Caravan myself. Imagine that, if I repaired the Caravan myself, a couple of bits of gaffer tape, yeah, it's all lovely, bit of a hammer to push all that back, then the warranty wouldn't be, the water ingress part of the warranty would certainly not be valid anymore. Now, some people have said that they had repairs done to Caravans and it hasn't been the same. They felt it hadn't been the same afterwards. Now, fortunately for us, we haven't actually used this yet, so we don't know what it's like. So you know, we can't really say, oh, since the repair is different. you know, I keep looking around to see if anything else looks a bit out of line. I don't know if you wear varifocal lenses like I do, then everything looks a bit kind of skew with anyway. You should see some of the shelves in my house. If I don't use a spirit level, that I cannot see its level. That's irrelevant anyway. So I'll leave it till tomorrow now. I'll ring the insurance company and update you.